Hi everyone, welcome back to the art room. Today's project is going to be origami koinoboris. The materials that we're going to need today are pretty simple. You're going to need a glue stick, you're going to need some colored markers, tape, scissors, some kind of a like a bamboo skewer, or you can go out and just grab a stick, and some string, thread, or twine, just yarn, anything they have that we're going to use to hang the little origamis on their pole. I have pre-printed sheets for you. They are a PDF that are attached to this lesson. I have them in multiple colors, so if you have a color printer at home, you can print them out in color. If you don't, you can print them out in black and white and then color over them. I'm going to start by cutting the square for the origami paper out, and then we're going to cut the edges as neatly as possible. This is a 4x4 inch square that we're going to use that's been pre-printed with the koi pattern on it. If you'd like to try this with regular paper or design your own scales, you could do that as well. You can also use wrapping paper. Is wonderful to make origami shapes out of. But for today, I have created these PDFs for you to use. All right, so we're going to be folding this printed paper to make the little kois that you can see here that I've already done. I've done purple and a blue one already. Your square has a head and a tail. The tail is the little gray part or a little colored part at the bottom. You're going to make a small snip on that. The head has the two eyes. You're going to flip it upside down so that your printed part's on the table, and then fold up, leaving one eye visible and half the tail visible. Make sure those corners match up nice and snug. Next, we're going to go from where the eye is, and you're going to fold the eye up to the center line. Make sure it lines up with the center, and then use your thumb to make a nice crisp edge on it. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Fold the eye side up to the center line and make a nice crisp edge. I use my thumb and my thumbnail to make sure it's nice and flat. Okay, so there are two eyes for the fish head. Now we're going to open it back up, and we're going to go to the tail end. We're going to fold the tail up to the center line, make a nice crisp edge, turn your paper around, fold the other side of the tail up to the center line, and make a nice crisp line. Okay. Now we're going to take the head, the point of the head to the point of the tail, and we're going to make a fold on either side. This doesn't have to be quite as crisp as the other ones. So that's it for the folding part. Now we're going to construct it. You're going to take your thumb and you're going to push against the eye and the tail, bringing both those sides up to the center line. And when you do that, you're going to notice that this little point is going to turn into a little triangle. This is going to become its fin. Turn your paper around, push the tail and the head at the same time, gently push them up to the center, and you're going to squeeze that little triangle to create a little fin. Now we have our two fins, and we can start to see our head. Flip the paper over so you're seeing the inside. Find that side that's the head, and there's a little dotty line. You're going to fold back the tip right on that dotted line, and then bring the body and close it up, kind of like a taco. And I'm just straightening it out, make sure it's nice and flat. I'm going to give a slight bend to my fins. And I'm going to bend the tail. So I'll make a small bend on this side and a small bend on that side. Perfect. So my koi is done. What I want to do now is I want to add it to the pole. So I'm going to cut a small piece of string or thread or yarn. I'm going to lay it inside the fish, take a small piece of tape. We're going to tape the string into the center of the fish, right on that fold line. So it can hang. I'm going to grab my glue stick and I'm going to glue the inside of the body closed. You could use tape or a stapler if you want, but I decided to use a glue stick. Fold it up, give it a little pinch. Excellent. And now we're going to tie this to our pole. Wrap it around a couple of times. Go around through the hole and pull the ends nice and tight. If you would like to add some streamers to the pole, which is fairly common in Japan, they would add colorful streamers, rainbow streamers, and you don't have any streamers at home, you can take a piece of white paper and some markers and just draw some colorful lines, and then you can trim out the lines, and this is a kind of a quick way to make a streamer for our little mini pole here. Trim those off, and then you can tape them to the top of the pole, and you can add some little streamers right at the top. And I just taped mine. And then we're pretty much done. So once these are attached, you can add as many streamers as you want. Sometimes it'd also be a little ball at the top of the pole. I hope you enjoyed these origami koinobori. These were fun to make, and you could do either project, but I thought this one might be a little fun one. So everyone have a great week and enjoy your origami.